The engine noise cuts through first. Then a spotter's voice crackles over the radio. You are strapped into a stock car, and the wall is closer than it should be. 12 months ago, this exact corner of Indianapolis was the happiest place in your career. Today, it's the wall you already clipped once this weekend, and the driver about to steal your headline isn't even in this series full-time. Yet. 28th place. Same team. Same car. Different driver. 1 year ago, a driver kissed the bricks at Indianapolis and called it the best day of his life. This year, at the same track, he finished 28th. His name is Bubba Wallace. Wallace drives for 23XI Racing, the team co-owned by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin. This is not a team Wallace simply joined partway through its history, it's a team he helped build from its very first season on the grid. That history is exactly why this year's results carry so much weight. Before the race even started, Wallace clipped the wall during Friday practice. In his own words, hitting the wall wasn't a great way to start the biggest race weekend of your season. That single sentence, said before a single green flag had even dropped, ended up foreshadowing the entire weekend that followed. Here's where I need 30 seconds of your attention, because this channel is closing in on something real. NASCAR Voltage is almost at 500 subscribers, and every person reading or watching this is part of getting us there. If you want more breakdowns like this, the ones that go past the headlines and into what's actually happening inside these shops, hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment telling me what you think is really going on at 23XI. Your support is the reason this kind of content keeps getting made, and it genuinely matters more than you'd think for a channel this size. Now, back to the numbers, because they only get harder to look at from here. 23XI Racing is, by the numbers, having its best season as a team since it was founded. Tyler Reddick and Corey Heim have been stacking wins across their respective series this year, and the organization's overall points position reflects it. Heim, a part-time driver in Cup competition and still only 24 years old, just won the Brickyard 400, in only his 15th career start in the series. The only other driver in NASCAR history to win a Cup-level race in as few starts is A.J. Foyt, a name that puts Heim's result into historical perspective rather than just statistical novelty. Then comes the number that stings the most. Wallace started 29th and finished 28th. He did not score a single stage point all day, meaning across both stage breaks in the race, he was never inside the top 10. And this wasn't an isolated bad weekend. Wallace has been swinging between strong finishes and disappearing finishes since the race at Michigan, a pattern that has held for several weeks straight. He's either fast enough to contend for a top result, or essentially invisible in the field by the end of the day. There is very little middle ground in his results sheet this season, and that inconsistency is arguably more concerning for a team than a simple string of bad finishes would be, because it makes his performance difficult to predict race to race. Despite the result, Wallace walked to Heim's crew after the race to congratulate them personally. That moment sits in sharp contrast to what happened at this same track exactly 1 year earlier, when Kyle Larson shook Wallace's hand in victory lane after Wallace's own win at Indianapolis. Same corner of the same speedway, 12 months apart, and the roles have completely reversed. The driver receiving congratulations last year is the one giving them this year. Now to the part of this story that actually explains why 2027 looks so different for this team. Corey Heim is not a part-timer who simply got lucky once. According to reporting on the contract negotiations, Denny Hamlin personally pushed Michael Jordan to lock Heim into a full-time deal before a rival organization could sign him first. Jordan's reported response was direct: lock him up. Hamlin explained the urgency behind that push in his own words: generational drivers only come by every now and then. That statement is not just praise for a young driver's talent, it's a direct signal about what the ownership group is prioritizing heading into the next season, and it puts a very specific label on where Heim ranks in their long-term plans. The move has a concrete, contractual outcome. Heim will replace Riley Herbst in the number 35 car for the 2027 season. 23XI Racing only added a third full-time charter once the funding for Herbst's seat became available in the first place, which is what allowed the team to field 3 full-time entries starting next year. That means 3 full-time cars, 3 drivers with their own championship ambitions, and 1 shop responsible for building and preparing all of them at a competitive level simultaneously. Splitting engineering resources, pit crew talent, and research time 3 ways instead of 2 is a logistical shift for the organization, not just a driver lineup change. Now here's where it gets messy, and where it's important to be precise about what's confirmed and what isn't. Gossip-style blogs have circulated a claim that Denny Hamlin lost his temper at Bubba Wallace over his recent form. There is no named source behind this claim anywhere in the reporting. Nothing from Wallace, nothing from Hamlin, and nothing from the team has confirmed it in any official capacity. It should be treated as unverified rumor, not as reporting, full stop. Repeating it as fact would be irresponsible, and it's being flagged here specifically so the distinction is clear. What Wallace has actually said, on record, about Heim joining the full-time lineup is far calmer than the rumor suggests. Wallace said, "He'll be competitive for sure. He'll be a lot of fun." That is the entirety of Wallace's confirmed public reaction to the teammate whose rise has directly coincided with his own rough stretch of results. The distance between that calm, on-record statement and the tension the results on paper seem to suggest is left for you to weigh for yourself. The confirmed quote and the confirmed stat line simply don't match the tone of the rumor circulating online. The fan reaction to all of this splits cleanly into two camps. One side points to reporting from NASCAR insider Bob Wallace, who has reported that Wallace is expected to return in the number 23 car for the 2027 season, alongside Reddick and Heim, despite the difficult run of results this year. This is the side of the fan base arguing that one uneven season shouldn't outweigh Wallace's history with the organization, and that the insider reporting on his contract status should be trusted over speculation. The other side looks purely at the results sheet and asks a simpler question: why does the third seat at this organization keep getting stronger while Wallace's finishes keep swinging from great to non-existent? This is the side asking whether performance, not history or loyalty, will eventually be the deciding factor in how the number 23 seat is treated going forward, especially with a 24-year-old driver now locked into a full-time deal and already beating veteran competition at a track like Indianapolis. Both sides are working from the same confirmed facts, Wallace's reporting on one hand, and the raw stat line from Indianapolis on the other. Neither side is working from the unverified rumor, and that distinction matters when you're trying to figure out which argument actually holds up. If you've made it this far into the breakdown, you already know this channel digs past the surface-level headlines every single time, so if you enjoy real NASCAR breakdowns like this, you'll like what's coming next. Drop a comment with your take on who's really under pressure at 23XI Racing heading into next season, and share this with another NASCAR fan who needs the full picture instead of the tabloid version. 3 full-time cars. 1 shop. 1 trophy case that keeps filling up, just not with Wallace's name on it this season. You kissed the bricks once. The question nobody in that shop is saying out loud yet is whether you'll ever get to do it again.